Welcome to ISI number 2 Program Models by TC Claudia Castelnau for EDBL 3332. Our theme for today will be offering our future a better learning opportunity. So today we'll gather here, and it is the administration team, our wonderful and effective teachers, and some of the parents. And the reason why we gather here today is because we need to make a decision about our bilingual education programs that are currently offered at school. So before we get into detail, I just want to go ahead and make sure we discuss at least two of the laws. First, under section 29053, which is establishment of bilingual education and special language programs, it says that each district with an enrollment of 20 or more students of limited English proficiency in any language classification in the same grade level shall offer a bilingual education or a special language program. Under section 29055, that relates to program content, method of instruction, says that a program of bilingual education or of instruction in English as a second language shall be designed to consider the students' learning experiences and shall incorporate the cultural aspects of the students' backgrounds. With this being said, we are gathered here today to make a decision. Now, we know that we need to implement a program that is effective for all of our students. We also know that our school has a high enrollment of Spanish-speaking children, correct? Yes. So today we will review the different benefits of adopting a bilingual program. As we know, bilingual education involves teaching academic content in two languages, native and secondary language, with varying amounts of each language used in accordance with the program model. There are tons of models out there. Today, I brought 3 models. Before we jump to those 3 models, let's just review the benefits of education really quick. So with bilingual education, we maintain the native language and culture of the children. They feel welcome. It preserves their sense of pride in the language. It helps shape individuals who will have better job opportunities. In an increasing global society, the ability to speak and write in several languages, we know it's becoming necessary to effectively compete in the job market. We see it today. Imagine 10 years from now. It aims for multiculturalism, and by these I mean that we have a school that is composed by native students and a school that also has a great flow of Spanish speakers, correct? It also aims for additive bilingualism. What do I mean by additive bilingualism? Yes, so additive bilingualism is basically, remember that we're trying to add knowledge as educators. We're not trying to subtract knowledge. So if we're trying to add knowledge, that means that when we have a student that learns how to speak 2 languages, it's an asset to our school. It's a pride to take in. Same with multiculturalism. It's the presence of several culture or ethnic groups within a society. And both of these key components are the ones that will help you create a school culture. Let's jump to our first model for today, and that is the transitional bilingual education. So with the transitional bilingual education, we know that it's an early exit program. It takes about 2 to 4 years, and with this particular program, our children are expected to learn English as quickly as possible to transition to mainstream. This program is provided during shorter instruction and ESL instruction as needed. It means that it's up to the teacher how they implement certain strategies in order to help our ELLs, okay? So this program is usually taught 10 to 50% on the first language, which is a native language, and then 50 to 90% on the second language. Some of the advantages of these programs are that students meet the same grade level content area standards as English fluent peers. It is a more effective program than English-only programs. because of course our students have that extra support and scaffold that they need to work while they learn a second language. ELLs excel on becoming English proficient, and the acquisition of the second language, it is gained without academic content gaps. Now, let's review some of the disadvantages of this program. It doesn't work when students speak different native languages. It is only offered from kindergarten to third grade, which doesn't apply for ELLs in higher grades. Then, if we implement a program like this, how are we able to help a newcomer that gets here in 5th grade or 4th grade? Do we just throw him out there as a swim or sink? No, we need to make sure that we are helping our children. We need to make sure we implement the right program. This program does not aim for full bilingualism or biliteracy. So this was our first model, and that was transitional bilingual education. Let's review our second model, and that is developmental bilingual education. It is a gradual late exit. It takes for 5 to 6 years for a student to become proficient in both languages if enrolled in this program. It aims for bilingualism and biliteracy. It is a long-term academic achievement in English, and instruction in the native language is offered 90% from kinder to 1st grade. And then it is gradually decreased to 50% by 4th grade. I think it is a great program so far. Advantages. The students become proficient in the first language and the second language, while of course receiving standard aligned instructions. The parents are involved in the process because they get to make a decision whether or not the students are actually enrolled in the program or not. Language 1, which is their native language, is received during shouldered subject matter instruction, daily ESL as needed, and it is offered from kinder to 6th grade, which is actually a better option than the program before. It aims for biculturalism. Some of the disadvantages are the scarcity of experienced and quality faculty members, and of course it's an expensive program because we do need to allocate those resources. We need to find the resources that will help our children succeed in both languages while actually becoming proficient in both languages and acquiring all the academic expectations. Let's review our third model, and that'll be a two-way bilingual education. The two-way bilingual education, it is a gradual late exit. It takes for 5 to 6 years for a student to become proficient, and from what we discussed so far, the two-way bilingual education takes about the same time for a student to become proficient as our model before, which is the developmental, right? Okay, so it also aims for bilingualism and biliteracy. It is a long-term academic achievement in English because it takes them about 5 to 6 years. So while our students are actually receiving instruction in their native language and they're becoming proficient in their native language, they are also getting all the academic content and they're using English. So for example, the native language is taught 90 to 10 model during early grades, and then it becomes a 50 to 50 model in the upper grades. Some of the advantages are that these programs are taught by qualified teachers. It is available in higher grades. It also aims for biculturalism and cultural pluralism, and it works both ways. So when I say that it works both ways, by saying this, I mean that we are also giving our native students the opportunity to learn a second language. So they can benefit from each other. They all can learn from each other. Our students are Spanish speakers or any other languages can also benefit from the input that the native speakers can offer, right? So based on the enrollment that we have in our school, I think we can also benefit our native speakers while they'll learn a second language. Let's see some of the disadvantages of this program. Okay, so some of the disadvantages are that this is an expensive program. Of course, it requires a lot of resources to find the specific materials that we'll need to implement this program. And we also need experienced and quality faculties. It will take an effort, that I can assure you. But as a team, we are coming together and we are trying to find the exact program that we need. We're trying to find the program that will help us shape those individuals that we want to see running our society 20 years from now. So I will make a suggestion. As far as one of the programs, I brought you the 3 models that I think fit our school demographics. And based on my experience, I think that two-way bilingual education is our choice to shape individuals who understand diverse cultures, peoples, and perspectives in the world. Now, you might ask, why a two-way bilingual education? Well, I am a believer that everyone needs an opportunity. The two-way bilingual education actually offers 2 ways to implement it. It is taught by qualified bilingual teachers from early to upper grades. It empowers parents who do not speak English. It promotes biliteracy and multiculturalism. I think it's a program where English speakers and ELLs reach or exceed grade level expectations, and it also promotes a learning environment that we need in school. It promotes a learning environment where everyone has the opportunity to learn from each other, and this is our end goal as educators. It promotes a school community. Now it is your choice to make the decision that will help our future.